And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I apologize because I did miss out on game one and I was a little bit I didn't understand. I did not understand, but we are diving in mid-series into a different series entirely. We have spawning in the top right hand corner of Hecate. We have the Polish Zerg player representing Twisted Minds. It is Aristori. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the pink Polish Protoss player representing the Platinum Heroes. It is ArT. And again, I do apologize for missing game one, but a laser versus Cristiano is technically ready, but it's being held. It's being held until after this series wraps up. So we're going to be getting into and finishing up ArT versus Aristori, and once we are done, oh, hello there. Once we are done, we're going to be getting into a laser versus Cristiano. That is the plan. That was the plan, and I misinterpreted. I thought it was going to be a laser versus Cristiano first, and then ArT versus Aristori. So I'm like, oh, yeah, we're just chilling, we're just waiting. And I misunderstood. As the drone is getting across the map, and we are going for a hatch block. Hatch block is upon us. Boys are being pulled, so this is not meant to finish. This is designed to delay the expansion of ArT for as long as possible, and ArT does react quite well here. 5 probes have been pulled. We have a Zealot on the way. It's being chronoed as we speak, and we are looking to shut down and force a cancel with this base, and then expand behind this. Speaking of being behind this, Aristori is going for an expansion into a spawning pool, into a gas scratch, or into a gas into a spawning pool. So again, pretty standard opener overall, just trying to delay the expansion and throw a wrench in the works here when it comes to the opener of ArT. We missed out on game number 1, so I'm not entirely sure as to what did transpire with this with game 1, but I think it was relatively short. I think it was like a 5-minute game or something, so didn't miss out on too much, thankfully, as we have that expansion on the way. And ArT can get back into the swing of this. So nothing too major going on here, other than, of course, ArT. There was a lot of lost mining time, on those probes. We forced out a Zealot, we delayed the expansion, and now ArT is getting across the map with this first Zealot. He was forced to make it. It has to get some kind of value here, and wow, it could even delay the third base. Oh my god, it does force it to be taken in a more compromised location. So not a bad start here for ArT. Not a bad follow-up to just force the triangular third to be taken instead. We have a Twilight counter follow-up as well. ArT looking to be hyper-aggressive. Okay, I'm here for it. I can get behind this. With a Twilight counter opener, this should be Glaives. We could lead into a DT opener instead. Oh, Zealot does barely go down. Back at home, Robo is also on the way. We haven't pulled out a gas yet. If we do pull out a gas, it could lead into Glaive EPs. Otherwise, we could throw down a Dark Shrine and commit to DTs instead. For the time being, Aristori is none the wiser. Aristori, he has an Overlord in position to go in for a scout, but he hasn't gone for it yet. For the time being, he is going to be keeping this back. He is in the dark as the opener is. Oh my god, Aristori going into a very fast lair. A 3-minute 30 lair timing very early here. We have additional queens on the way. It is going to be a Dark Shrine opener, so we will happen to have some mobile detection available with an Overseer. But a lair this quickly can mean one thing, especially with 3 gases. This looks like Ling Hydra. And if this was Glaives, ArT could win. ArT could just kill his opponent with Glaive EPs. Thankfully for Aristori, this isn't Glaive EPs, it's DTs instead. The reason why I say that is that Glaive EPs are amazing against Lings and Hydras. Hydras and Lings are both light units, and they both can really struggle against really committed Glaive EP attacks, especially because there's no Bailey Nest, there's no Roach Warren. Now thankfully, because it's DTs, Aristori will have a better chance at defending, as long as he makes an army, as long as he makes units. So there it is, there's that Hydrogen. Again, the reason for this, 3 gases and a fast lair screams Hydras. You don't need a 4th gas. 4th gas would be a Spire. That's kind of our tell, at least, to know what, to differentiate one between the other. As we do have the Adepts moving out, Dark Shrine is now finishing up, and DTs are going to be morphed in. And I know that I was talking a lot about how, okay, you know, because it's DTs, Aristori should be able to live. True, but there's only one spore in the main. There's no spore at the natural, no spore at the third base, and these DTs, they can get a kill in this hatchery, and that is already a huge amount of damage. We could do more if we went straight for the natural. We could kill queens and maybe some drones, but killing this third base is more than enough damage. We do have an Overseer on the way. Can we save the hatchery? Oh, I don't think we can. The base will go down. Overseer finishes up 1 second too late. And Aristori is now stuck on 2 bases. Now, to be fair, he hasn't been droning. So I'm pretty sure he's going for a Ling Hydra Flood, like a Ling Hydra all-in. So he doesn't really care too much about the third when it comes to the economy, but he does care about the larva. You know, when we're going all in, we need as much larva as possible. We need to be able to spend our money. Speaking of, Lings are going for a big counter-attack. Adepts are in position. We do get a surround, but a DT will force this back. The Dark Templar do force it back. We do have Archons behind this as well. Charge on the way. And Aristori has not made a drone in a long time. He did not retake his third base. Hydras and Lings, that is all we have. That is all Aristori needs. And ArT, is he ready for the all-in? We have a shield battery at the third. No shield battery. Oh, no. So we do have a shield battery at the natural base as well. An overcharge is available. And here comes the push. And ArT is not quite ready for it. Do we have, okay, we do have detection, thankfully. We do have an Overseer available. We get a surround on the Adepts. We go straight for the Archons as well. 2 of them are forced to be lifted up, and it looks like we may just have too many Lings, too many Hydras. The Immortals are being caught out as well. Overcharge is spot, but it doesn't even matter. The Immortals are out of position. Oh my god, as I say that, the juggling is too good. ArT does save his Immortals. Just barely, he does keep them alive. Once again, preserving them, picks them both up over the ledge on the other side of the wall, and ArT completely shuts this down. Oh my god, we are getting probe kills, but that doesn't matter. Aristori doesn't have an economy. GG gets called. The all-in fails, and ArT will take the 2-0 over Aristori. GG. GG, well played. Oh my god. Congratulations to ArT as he does take the series 2-0, taking down his opponent. I 100%, I believe that those Immortals were dead. There was no shot, no way. I was like, mate, they're getting caught out. You know, we're forcing the overcharge at the third base instead of the natural. There's no way this ends. No shot, as ArT does somehow save them, somehow preserve them, and GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. Congratulations, as ArT does advance on to the semifinals, and we can now focus on our next series. It is going to be a laser versus Cristiano.